Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. My name's Taylor, and today we're going to be going over a 2021 Winnebago Revel, the 44E. So if you guys are interested in a clean Revel with crazy amount of upgrades, I'm talking a TV, a microwave, extra storage, lithium-ion batteries, custom roof rack, light bar in the front. I mean, it's fully loaded. Then go ahead and tune in with us. We'll take a little walk around the outside first, and then we'll end off on the inside. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty, as always, starting over here with the tires. So you do have the upgraded all-terrain TA KO2 tires with your black Rhino rims. Sliding up here, we have the truck style mirrors with a blinker put inside. As we work our way up there, we have a nice little docking light there so you can light up your campground. And I know I briefly already talked about the light bar that's up there. Next to that, you have your carefree awning, and then you have the custom roof rack. The Winnebago running board here that does have the tie downs on either side, so you can kind of clip on some pets or any other gear if you need to lock anything up instead of having to put it back in your vehicle before you head out on a hike or any of your adventures. You can also tie them up to this as well. We do have our nice little windows here that kind of open it up and bring the outdoors inside to your van. Great for rain or shine just because they prop right open. I'll show you guys when we get in as well. I'll demonstrate one of those. And then we'll just go ahead and slide down. This is the silver. It has the graphic delete. So the only graphic that you really have is that Revel. And another cool feature about this one, it is the 4x4. So it has that high and low feature on that Sprinter. Moving back here, just some more upgrades here. Forgot to mention the spare tire. This was the extra cargo storage space I was talking about earlier. So you have that from your owl rack, and then a nice little bike rack up above there. We have our additional lights, and then this was upgraded with that Coleman Mac AC. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up here. All right, I do have the bed up right now. You can kind of get a glimpse on the right side here where it has that TV, but if you guys are familiar with the Revel, this is also dualed as a garage space. So your bed is on that electric lift. You have a nice little key on the inside to lock and unlock it. One thing I do like to share with my customers though, no matter what height you have that bed, you can also use it as storage. You don't have to bring it all the way down or all the way up. You can set it wherever it stops, it'll automatically lock in for you. And then we have our outdoor shower right here. So you'll go ahead and just plug in that hose, set your temperature that you'd like. And it does have a nice little label here to show the summerizing and winterizing the unit. And then you have a total of 21 gallons of fresh water capacity here. I just love how everything's color coded and highlighted to make it super easy and straightforward. And then you can also turn your pump on here as well if you needed. Nice little tie downs here so you can go ahead and lock in any of that extra gear that you have. And then when we get in and we're actually inside of the van, I'll show you this is where the lithium batteries are located, and you can also turn them on and off from here. And then you do have some nice little charging areas as well. Okay. I didn't want to forget the hitch. Almost did, but you have a 5,000-pound towing capacity here, and then you do have the nice little plug-in for brake lights if you did want to go ahead and tow a lighter tow vehicle. Close this door one last time so you can kind of see all the nice little upgraded features. And then in addition to that tire rack, you do have another custom ladder on this side, and then you do have another one as we come to this driver's side, another ladder here as well. Alrighty. Starting off on that driver's side, we have our 30 amp, whoops, sorry, we just got it washed, so it had a little bit of water in there. We have our 30 amp shore power cord there. Again, the nice little Revel emblem, and then the 4x4. Our window that we can open up, which is located in our bedroom. And then just some more extra gadgets up there for traveling, shovels, all the extra equipment is included. And then we just have our cassette toilet in here. If I can actually, there we go, get it unlocked. Alrighty, so this is going to be your black tank, nice and easy to take out, also easy to replace. It's just plastic, so if it does have any funky smells that you can't get rid of because the tablets didn't work for cleaning it, you can go ahead and just purchase another one of these. Or if you did want to go ahead and upgrade your black tank capacity, then you can also just buy another one of these and kind of store it in your garage space as well. I just love the flexibility and the versatility of being able to customize it to your liking per trip. Down below here is just going to be your gray tank dump, so you can just go ahead and let all that water out. And then you do have a nice little running board on this side as well. This little exhaust here is going to be for our diesel heat. And then we have our diesel fuel tank right over here. Leather seats. We have some manual and some electric lumbar here. And then all the standards over here as well. This is where all of our lights are, and then the extra lights for the additional light bars and everything are located next to it as well, which makes it nice and easy. And then I'll go ahead and just pop that hood real quick, just so we can show you an overview of how the chassis is looking. Alrighty, perfect. So this again is on that 3-liter 6-cylinder 188 horsepower turbo diesel engine, 7G tronic automatic transmission, 22 amp alternator, and then again the 4-wheel ABS brakes, and it does have the 4-wheel drive high and low feature as well. We have our DEF fill, our coolant, our oil fill, and then we have our windshield wiper fluid that is located down there. And then adding into our upgrades, we do have a winch down here as well. So that's a pretty significant upgrade. Lower the hood again, just so you can get a nice little front glimpse before we work our way on the inside. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier in my intro, I meant to, but it does have just over 15,000 miles. So very low mileage, a tremendous amount of upgrades, and overall very clean, no crazy scratches or dings or anything like that. If you had any other comments, questions, or concerns, you could feel free to reach out to me. Or if you wanted to do your own little video walkthrough before you fly out to come look at it yourself, I'd be willing to do that for you guys as well. So right here we have the bed up. As you can see, the AC still has a little bit of room up here with our smoke detector. Before we bring it down, we just have to make sure we put in our key, which is right over here. I already have it in, and then we just want to make sure we turn that on. Kind of get out of your way a little bit so you can see it go down. Perfect, and it is a situation where you go ahead and hold the button down, so then you can automatically adjust it to your liking. Just for sake of it being such a squeeze, I'll just let you guys go down there so you can see the TV. That extra window. You do have blackout shades, so you can go ahead and cover those windows too. Perfect. Alrighty, and then I'm just gonna bring that back up to make it a little bit more spacious in here. And then also just so I could show you that battery compartment briefly. All right. All right, turned on the lights back here as well. You do have some charging in this corner. It was just probably hard for you guys to see when the bed was down, but you do have that. And then down below here, you have your nice little battery heater. This is where your Xantrex inverter is, and then you have your 2 Xantrex lithium-ion batteries that are 120 amp hours each. All right. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything in here. You do have other USB charging as well, and then a nice little cubby here for some extra storage. Your actual diesel heat is right over here. All the little outlets will be on the floor. So I've never had any complaints from a customer saying that the heater doesn't work properly. They're always nice and toasty, so you don't have to really worry about it getting cold. Now I'll just kind of open up all the storage compartments here so you can kind of get a little overview of your kitchen and area. We got our true induction. Everyone loves that just because it's easy to either cook right here or on that outside table. Perfect. And then our pantry. And then what they did, the previous customers, is they added in a microwave. If the microwave wasn't there, that would just be additional storage. But this one has a microwave in it. All right, now sliding over here. Make sure I have it unlatched. The magnets are pretty strong to kind of help with those rattles. So once it's unlatched, you kind of just have to pull it pretty hard. And then you have these two bamboo shelves here, so you can go ahead and take those out. But if you're going on a trip where you don't really need to shower or use the restroom, then you can go ahead and just load this up with all of your storage space. If you do want to use it for the shower, you do have a nice little spot here to keep your toilet paper so it doesn't get wet. And then you do have a nice little fan here as well. Perfect. Lock it up. We have our fantastic fan up here, directly underneath that kitchen. Some more storage space. All right. And then right over here is just our control panel. I know I pointed out the bed when we were demonstrating that earlier, but below here is this just where our diesel heat is, so you can go ahead and set the temperature there. We just have our lighting fixtures here, our one place so we can turn on our water pump and see our tank levels from here, as well as our battery levels, including the chassis. We have our Xantrex, our solar, so we want that on since it's a nice sunny day to help with the charge. And next to that is our solar charger and then our Xantrex. This was another upgrade that the previous customers did. It's just a longer bed seat, I guess you could say. It's more, they did it for a dog bed. So it's nice and comfy for a dog, and you still do have that three-way seat belt. So it's just kind of something that you can go ahead and pull off if that's not needed, and then we can provide the original cushion if that's something you're a little bit more interested in. So you do still have both seat belts, so nothing to worry up there. All right, just kind of get it out of the way a little bit. Here's the window that I was talking about earlier. So you just prop it open and it stays open, and then you can go ahead and close it. But you do have a nice little bug screen in addition to a blackout screen. And these are really nice instead of having blinds, just because they don't rattle as much. So I love this feature. All right, I forgot to show you the fridge when I first walked in. So sorry. You do have your nice little fridge here, and then you have your awnings. This is your battery disconnect, and then this is just a porch light. So they kind of did their own labeling, which is nice. And then we just have the fire extinguisher right there next to the door. And then we have our nice little magnet strap, so you can go ahead and just let this go down. It's a nice little bug screen, so you can keep out all the flies and gnats and all that kind of stuff when you're out and about. Alrighty, now we're just gonna go up front here, but there is just a nice little armrest situation thing here for this cushion, but there is more storage, and it still does have the original blackout shades from the previous customer. All right. Okay, up front here, pretty standard, nothing, no crazy upgrades. And it's just gonna let us know that our door's still open. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and, there we go, just in case you didn't believe me. Today there is 15,119 miles on it, to be exact. As far as the steering wheel, same. Everything on this side is going to control the LED dash. Everything on this side is going to control our touchscreen. We have plenty of storage up above, and our own wireless charging pad is directly below there as well. Plenty of cup holders. As we work our way down, we have a nice little, I don't know exactly what to call this. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank, but you just have a nice little upgraded dash screen cover here. And then we have our radio, hazard lights, some more cup holders. And then if you absolutely wanted to, you can go ahead and put your keys directly in that key fob holder, which will actually charge the key fob battery as well. And then just to go ahead and wrap this all up, both of these chairs do swivel, so you can kind of conjoin everything and have a nice little seating area here if you need it. But if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, you're interested and need some pricing, or if you have any trades, feel free to reach out to me. We take any and all trades here. My contact information is below, so you can reach me at 970-388-7937. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.